I want to bring in Democratic New Jersey Congressman and member of the Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure, Representative Tom Malinowski. And I want to point out we also invited Republican members of the committee. They declined to join. Congressman, how would you rate the Department of Transportation under President Trump?
Very, very poor. I mean, let's look at the big national picture. We have about half of our nation's highways in poor or mediocre condition. Almost 50,000 bridges in the United States are structurally deficient. The average American spends or wastes about $1,000 a year for maintenance and fuel costs from being stuck in increasingly bad traffic. And remember, President Trump ran in 2016 on doing a big, massive infrastructure bill. One of the big mysteries of the Trump administration is why he did not do that when he was elected. Instead of going for a wall or a Muslim ban or a massive corporate tax cut, why didn't he work with Democrats on infrastructure? We would have worked with him. The result has been almost no progress on meeting our country's transportation infrastructure needs. In New Jersey, which I represent, the biggest transportation project in the country, the Gateway Tunnel project, has been languishing for the last 3 years because the Trump administration, in a transparently political decision, has refused to fund it. So my constituents are not happy. Folks across the country are not seeing progress, and it's a mystery as to why President Trump campaigned on this and then refused to do anything about it.
Jeff, I do not want you to get political, but what do you make of what the congressman is saying? Is that a fair assessment?
He's correct that the administration does appear to be slow walking the Hudson River Tunnel. The environmental impact statement has sat at the Federal Railroad Administration for what's now a suspiciously long time. And that tunnel is unique in that it's owned by, it was built by for-profit freight railroads who went bankrupt. The federal government wound up owning it and then gave it to Amtrak, this off-budget sheet entity. So there's a much stronger case for some kind of real federal role in rebuilding that tunnel than there is for most other projects nationwide, just because the federal government actually owns it indirectly through Amtrak.
Congressman, while I consider the Garden State Parkway to be the highway to heaven, U.S. News and World Report says your state and mine, New Jersey, is ranked 38th when it comes to transportation. Are things getting any better?
Well, things are getting a little bit better in terms of what our state government is investing. We have actually in the Congress, basically through just our House Democratic majority, made sure that there is funding in the budget for the Hudson River Tunnel and for other critical rail and highway infrastructure projects in New Jersey. But oddly, the Department of Transportation is sitting every year on hundreds of millions of dollars in unspent funding for these big capital investment projects. The environmental impact reviews are actually taking longer in this Republican administration than they did in the past, even though they promised to cut red tape and regulation. So Congress is doing its part. The state of New Jersey is doing its part. The roadblocks right now are in the administration, in the Department of Transportation. We're going to pass a bill next year to break through those roadblocks if we're not able to get the cooperation we need.
Break through those roadblocks. I'm not sure if it was intended, but that was quite a pun, Congressman. Congressman Malinowski, Jeff, thank you both so much.